I found a sick way to utilize Mausoleum of the Emperor in my dragon strategy. Let me show you what I mean. Light and Darkness Dragon, or LADD as he's commonly referred to as, is actually a very good card in Edison format. It just doesn't see a lot of play. Being a 2 tribute summon monster, it's quite hard to summon out on the first few turns of the game, and when you get into late game, against a lot of decks, it can just end up being a bad card, unless you're able to establish a situation for it to be good, which this deck can do quite a lot. So some of the issues with LADD is that when you play against a frog deck, for example, and they have Treeborn Frog in the graveyard, they can just keep reusing the same Treeborn Frog, because in Edison format the Treeborn is not once per turn. Thus they can activate Treeborn, you negate, activate Treeborn, you negate, activate Treeborn, so on and so forth, until your LADD is 800 and 400 and can't negate no more. Then they just bring back Treeborn and sack it for a Caius, banish your LADD, and it's not very good. However, something you can do with the LADD is if you can remove the Treeborns from the graveyard, or if you can summon this card to play around their traps, maybe they have a Mirror Force face down. Or if they play Hero Frogs, they may have an Absolute Zero. If you attack over an Ab Zero with this, and negate its graveyard effects, you're able to play through an Ab Zero, which you otherwise would not have been able to. This card is not very good against frogs, so therefore I have a different side deck plan against that deck, but the LADD is very good against other decks, even though they may have some outs to this card. So a deck like Vayu Turbo, for example, has a similar issue as the frog deck, in that they can just keep reusing Vayu, the Emblem of Honor, in the graveyard. However, if you're able to establish Drago and a LADD, they can't activate Vayu because they can't summon Light or Darks, nor can they summon something like a Dark Arm Dragon or Chaos Orc, or like any bomb play that doesn't create a chain. And then these two cards kind of protect each other, in that they can't out a LADD readily by using Vayu, nor can they just trap your Drago, because you can negate their traps, unless they have a way to chain a trap to something else, because LADD is a once per chain and negate. Additionally, the Drago having to reveal a dragon in end phase is not an activated effect. It is referred to as a maintenance cost, meaning that you even pay this maintenance cost under skill drain. If you have skill drain in play and you have a Drago, you still have to reveal a dragon in the end phase, otherwise Drago dies, but it doesn't activate, so LADD does not negate this. As such, these two cards work perfectly together. You also negate your cards like Raikou if they try to activate it, and as you have the Drago on field, they're kinda locked out. Or perhaps you're able to just OTK them outright to where it doesn't even matter if they can drain your LADD or not.